Hello everyone, today I'm here to talk to you about BEASTARS. Some people say that I'm kind of addicted to BEASTARS. I'm really not sure why I am really not sure why people say that. But you know what? I watched BEASTARS and I love BEASTARS, and I'm going to talk about BEASTARS. As you all know, this is the best anime ever. It is the anime that brought together the weeboos and the furries all together, and I think that is beautiful. And if you're in between quotes normie, you will enjoy this show because the story is great, the animation is amazing, the blending between 2D and 3D animation is very well done, and still, that's not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this.
Sorry, I've got somewhere to be. See you later.
If you watched all the episodes of BEASTARS until this point, you know exactly what Legoshi is thinking about. Why do you know that? You know that because of a thing called leitmotifs. A leitmotif is a reoccurring musical phrase that repeats throughout a score, which represents a person, a place, an idea, an object that's really important for the progress of the story. And we know that he's thinking about Haru because this short musical idea that plays in this clip is introduced when we meet Haru.
They just run away.
Okay, now that we learned about leitmotifs, I want to show you how this soundtrack also plays around instruments that are associated with certain ideas and characters. For example, Haru's theme is initially played on a flute, and the flute is known for having this delicate, feminine, and fragile sound. With that in mind, let's take a look at the first scene of BEASTARS.
That was the moment I discovered the small rabbit and my instincts.
So we're introduced to the BEASTARS theme, which is also Legoshi's theme. If you notice, this is played on the violin. It's a very dramatic scene. It introduces us to this world of danger, and in the end that we learn about Haru and her experience with life. Right after that, we're presented with the same theme.
Of course, the ones who are victorious are those who can act upon their instincts like that, and yet still exist in this world. I'm not even good enough to be a loser. You should just take me. I don't care anymore. But even with this sad life, I still had a reason to run. I cried because I was scared. Even I experienced all those things. But will you understand?
get the Legacy theme or the BEASTARS theme played by a flute. This establishes a connection between Legacy and Haru, which is something really important for the rest of the season, and it is a really conscious and wise decision that the composer had while doing the music for this anime. Let's talk about the saxophone. So, what do you associate the saxophone to? Jazz, elegance, and maybe if you have a little of musical knowledge, you know that the saxophone is considered a woodwind, but kinda looks like a brass instrument, and in fact the saxophonists sit next to the brass players, which makes the saxophone kind of the ugly duckling of the music family of instruments, if that makes sense. So, who did the composer chose to represent with a saxophone? You guessed it, it's Lois.
Those two particular blunders of yours, your most memorable ones in the past 2 years, not exactly a good legacy for an actor.
Okay, Louis has too many themes in this show, and each one of them is used to represent a certain personality trait of him, but this one in particular is used later with a different instrument that is more childlike. It's this scene right here.
It's what I've been doing ever since that day.
Come on, number 7. It's okay. They said they'll give you a sleeping pill before they devour you.
Not exactly a good legacy for an actor.
Isn't that cool? Okay, let's go back to this scene. What I want to talk about now is diegetic and non-diegetic music. Diegetic music is music that appears on screen. For example, if you see a drummer playing on a movie, that is diegetic sound. Non-diegetic sound has been added in post-production, like a normal score. I want you to see these two examples of diegetic music being used in a very cool way.
This whole thing is kind of strange. It's not that I'm suddenly relieved or feeling any kind of pressure.
On this scene, it's the first scene that Legoshi and Haru introduce each other, and if you listen closely, you can listen to Haru singing her own theme. Now look at this scene.
What's this emotion I'm feeling? I feel like I saw a glimpse of myself. I'm at a brighter place, feeling the drive to move forward. Oh, I get it. I'm feeling happy.
And if you've been paying attention to what I've been saying throughout the video, I think you know what's making Legacy happy. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a happy day. Bye.